Hello beauties, happy Halloween. I hope you're doing amazing. Shaz here with another To Buy or Not to Buy. We're going to be talking about makeup that has released or has sneak peeked, and I'm going to tell you if I'm planning on picking any of them up. I also encourage you to write to me in the comments below what your thoughts are on these palettes. Are you picking any of them up? I would love to hear from you. Also, I'm going to do this super grungy Halloween appropriate look with a combination of this palette from Blend Bunny Cosmetics, as well as a couple of singles from Devinah Cosmetics and Clionadh Cosmetics. Both of those brands are dropping some super exciting stuff. So if that sounds good to you, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel in case you're not subscribed yet. Let's go into the video. Okay, beauties, I didn't want to lose the opportunity to do one of these for Halloween because I did one last year. If y'all have been following me for that long, you remember the one that I did last Halloween. And I had so much fun that I thought I definitely want to do one of these for Halloween where I dress up this year. So let me quickly show you the outfit. So I'm Tigger for this Halloween. This is my face and my ears. And then obviously, you know, I'm striped like Tigger is. Tigger Beauties, growing up, Tigger was my alter ego. I definitely thought I'm Tigger. Anyway, this one is shorter, but a lot of exciting stuff is launching, and I'm so excited. I'm gonna remove this because it's just gonna be too hot. Although, beauties, Austin all of a sudden remembered that it's gonna be November soon. It's right now in the 40s. All of a sudden it got very cold. It went from being like 80 degrees to being 40. The gods of the weather can't decide. Also quickly mentioning, we're having our pumpkin spice candle today. It's not going to be the end of pumpkin spice. We still have a little bit of time to go before, although I know everything is already Christmas. And I have some coffee here still waiting to be consumed. But let's jump right in. I don't want to waste too much time. Also, beauties, let me quickly show you my nails. I might have shown my nails in another video. I don't remember. Still very Halloween-y. These are from Kiss Nails, and no, this video is not sponsored. Kiss probably doesn't even know I exist. But hey, Kiss, if you want to send me some stuff to try on, I would love that if you're watching this. No, beauties, nothing on my channel so far has been sponsored or paid for or gifted or anything. Everything I've talked about in my channel to date, I've purchased with my own money or friends have bought them for me. And my earrings are also super cute on Halloween-y still. So, beauties, before I get started, let me warn you all. Somebody come over here and hide my wallet because it's getting real. Like, the stuff we're going to talk about today, all of them are so interesting. Let me get started with this one because Clionadh is doing a whole lot of very interesting stuff. I don't know what's going on with them. They're dropping new stuff every week. So the first of possibly many stocking stuffers that they have announced is this. There's going to be 2 new multichromes that they're adding to their collection, although these might be limited edition. I don't know. Go on their site to make sure. This is launching November 1st at 3 p.m. EST, and there are going to be $28-ish for the 2, I'm assuming, and these are going to be coupon eligible, so don't forget to use someone's code. Clionadh is expensive, and I am intrigued. However, beauties, realistically, you know I have a lot of Clionadhs, and I feel like I've seen these. The green one definitely looks like Mural. The other one definitely looks like a few that I have from their original glitter multichrome collection. So when I just look at the photos of the swatches, nothing jumps out as this is so unique. You need to have this to me. I'm just being honest with you all. Although I definitely have the feeling of I want to own everything Clionadh drops. Absolutely. I'm just saying that it's easier to pass on these because I feel like I already have a dupe for them from Clionadh. And beauties, Clionadh has dupes in their own collection. The idea of owning Clionadh is not to own everything that Clionadh drops. So don't do what I do and go buy every single bundle. Between the bundles, there's dupes. Let me also mention this one, these three in collaboration with What's Up Beauty. This collection is also going to launch November 1st at 3 p.m. and it's called Christmas in New York. And I think one of these is magnetic. It seems like, I think the purple one is magnetic. Very beautiful. I particularly like the middle color because I feel like that's a little bit more unique among everything else that Clionadh has dropped among all of their nail lacquers. But I think this collection is not difficult to pass on, but it's beautiful. I mean, beauties, even when I say I'm not going to pick it up, don't quote me on that. Don't hold me accountable because I don't know. And we also know they released the Chalet season, and beauties of that Chalet season, I'm still dreaming of the mulled wine color, although it's out of stock. Otherwise I would have picked it up already. They should really restock this. Clionadh, if you're watching this, are you going to restock this? Please restock this. And beauties, they are also releasing this. An unboxing of this is already on their channel on YouTube. So if you're wondering what's in this advent calendar, you can go to their website, their YouTube channel, and check it out. I might pick this up. It's so beautiful and they're unique. They're different from the stuff I have, and I know I'll use these. And another thing is that my goal for later in the year is to use more of my actual nail lacquers. So I might buy this. This is also launching at the same time, November 1st, 3 p.m. And let me tell you a little bit about it because I feel like I just assumed everybody knows what it is. This is going to be a 12-day countdown box. It's going to be 12 distinct nail lacquers. There's going to be a combination of toppers, regular nail lacquers, magnetic nail lacquers. And these are colors I don't have in my nail lacquer collection, and the colors are distinctly different from anything they have launched to date, of which I have quite a few number, which is part of the reason why I'm like, this would go with my collection because it's not a repetition of anything that I have. Beauties, let me know if you're interested in me doing a dedicated video on Clionadh nail lacquers. Anyway, this is 112-ish US dollars, and I'm guessing this is going to be coupon eligible like everything else they're dropping, so don't forget to get some money off on top of that. And I can't wait. Thank goodness it's going to be another month so I can use a little bit of my budget. Anyway, also they have some of these showcased on their Instagram as well. Beauties, I got tagged on this one, so let me quickly mention it. The second part of the Nightmare Before Christmas Halloween Town collab between Melt and Nightmare Before Christmas is out already. This part is $165. I don't remember how much the first part was. I think it was 170 something. So I don't know why this is cheaper. I like the lipsticks, but I'm not going to pick this up. I'm just too excited about some of these other things that are dropping to go pick this up. And beauties, let me also just be super honest with you all because there's no reason to not be honest. I was not very impressed with the first palette. I think the first palette could have been better quality. Now, I only used it once in that video, so hey, I need to give it more time. But just purely based on first impression, I definitely have better quality palettes. Also, realistically, $165 is a lot of money. I could go buy pretty much everything that is dropping from Clionadh, and I'll probably use them more often. Also, let me quickly mention this because this is so cute. If you all remember, Colourpop had this collab with Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer of Disney. This is the Disney collab, right? That design is Disney. This kind of looks like Disney. This is already dropped. It's already available. If you all remember, this actually came out like 2021. They brought it back, I'm thinking, by popular demand. It's a gorgeous palette. Back in the day, I thought about buying it. Right now, these are way too neutrals for me, but back in the day, they were not. The collection also has a bunch of other things, as you can see. I'm not picking anything up, but some of you all I know are super excited about this. So I figured I have to mention it. Let's talk about this one, beauties. I found this a pretty cute palette. So this dropped from Sugar Drizzle. Again, they gave us like 2 days of heads up that this is gonna drop. It's already available. The only thing about this is that this is $52. And that kind of doesn't go with the price range for Sugar Drizzle, right? So it's just a 12 pan. I kind of feel like they're trying to increase prices. Maybe they're trying to sort of become more like Gourmand Girls, because I think these size palettes from Gourmand Girls is in the 50 something dollar range. So I feel like they just woke up one day and thought, let's hike up the price and people are going to pay that. But for some of us who used to buy from Sugar Drizzle for much cheaper, I'm now wondering, why is this significantly more expensive? Because their 9 pans, at least last year, were in the $30 range. I think this is a collab with Doodles by the Bunny. I think she did the design, so great job, Doodles by the Bunny. But I don't think the colors are dark enough for my skin tone. And there is a matte black, which is a no-no. So I'm passing on this palette, and I know I can dupe this palette. Beauties, let's talk about Didi's Signature, because they just came back, and it was very positive news, because it was a very popular brand before and they kind of went silent. I think they announced they're going out of business and sold all the inventory on their site, but they're now back and they're releasing some very interesting quads, namely these two, and I'm liking this. Although I can dupe these, I definitely can dupe these. Well, one of these is available. The Plum Perfection is already available, and don't forget to use someone's code on this. I feel like they might have had some operational delay, because pre-sale for the pumpkin spice palette starts on December 8th, when technically pumpkin season is kind of over, because it's going to be Christmas season at that point in time. Okay, friends, let's quickly start with Painterly from MAC. We are using some Clionadh. I think you probably already saw that earlier, because I just had to. I mean, Clionadh is the one brand that's dropping stuff that I'm so excited about. So beauties, a few things are launching from Artitude Cosmetics. If you all remember, they had a very beautiful palette sometime early in the summer that they launched, maybe even in the spring that they had launched. And it came with brush sets, maybe even it was earlier. I feel like I'm losing track of time, everybody. Now they're adding some silicone applicators. So there are going to be 3 silicone applicators that are going to launch for picking up shimmers. I have a few silicone applicators. I haven't from other brands. I haven't used them yet. So this is an interesting thing, but I first need to learn how to use these before I can say I'm going to pick something up. This is launching on the 2nd, in case I didn't mention that already, at 2 p.m. CST. They're also launching a few other things, so let me quickly mention them. They're also launching this palette called Abscission, which here it says it means the act of cutting off. The natural detachment of leaves from trees in autumn. I think that's a great, I like the name. I like the connotation. And I think the color story totally goes. I love the dark mattes, as I always do. I just feel like it's a little late for launching this. Am I just giving so much into the consumerism that I'm now expecting all the fall stuff to have launched in July? Maybe that's what's happening. They're also releasing these 3. These are multichrome pigments called Leaves, Freedom, and Equinox. I'm not a person for loose pigments. We've talked about that. I'm extremely, extremely clumsy, and this could get over everything that I have and create a gigantic mess that I don't have time to clean. They're also with this launching highlighters. Again, the highlighters are also pretty cute. These look like kind of duochrome. It says one of them is Transition, which is the name of one, is a gold to orange to green multichrome. And then the other one just has purple shift called Dimension. Beautiful. Excited to see Artitude Cosmetics brand grow. Oh, it seems like they might also be dropping some lashes with this. Yeah, they're dropping their first ever half lash. Not for me at this point in time, but I'm watching them. I'm definitely watching them. Beauties, let's talk about this one, because I also got tagged on this. Shall We Makeup has announced the release of these 2 palettes. One is a larger version, obviously. The other one is a smaller version. Ironically, this palette reminded me of the palette that Touch of Glam sneak peeked with the roses on it. What was the name? A Hollow Misunderstanding or something like that. Did I talk about it in my last Try or Not to Buy? Doesn't it kind of look like that? Now the important question is that a matte black? Seriously, shall we? Are we still doing this? In spite of the matte black, I'm intrigued because these are my type of colors. I would love to see some swatches. Nothing about swatches is posted. This is called Mist Witch palette. It's launching on the 11th of November. I feel like it's a little late to be launching Halloween stuff. Come on, people. Shall We is a Chinese brand, though they might not know that it's past Halloween. The larger size is 49, the smaller size is 25. I have purchased this one from Shall We Makeup that launched last year. I actually purchased it at launch. It has great quality. I definitely vouch for their stuff. When I purchased this, it came with a smaller version that I gifted to a friend. But honestly, knowing how much I've used this and how much stuff I have, I actually, if I want to buy this, I would opt for the smaller size. There's no reason for me to go with the larger size. The 25 mini would do. I'm not going to use more products than that. I've never in my life hit pan on any of this stuff. The other thing quickly mentioning, Bejeweled is going to come in November, and it's been sneak peeked from Bella Beauté Bar. We all know I have been planning on purchasing something from Bella Beauté Bar. It was one of the brands I wanted to try this year, and I still haven't. And I have almost 2 months to go. Bring it on, Bella Beauté Bar. Please do something colorful and beautiful and multichromy and or with jewel tone mattes so that I'm so intrigued I can't say no. Please. I'm looking forward to that. Let's talk about Glamlight that is literally not sleeping but launching left, right, and center. I'm now not sure if I've talked about this. They launched Scream, then they launched the other one. What was the name of the other one? 13th, Friday the 13th. And now they're launching, or they have launched this one. Well, no, it hasn't launched yet. It's launching, well, today, the 31st. This is their A Nightmare on Elm Street collection. Now I'm convinced that they have some contract with these scary movies. I like the brush set, except for the fact that it has some face brushes. If it was just eye brushes, I would be more intrigued. So the collection is gonna have 2 palettes. I'm gonna get to the palettes in a minute. They're gonna have a lip oil. Lip oils, everybody. I predicted this. There's gonna be lip oils everywhere. It's gonna have lipstick duo, blush trio, makeup bag mirror, of course, 5-piece brush set. So of these things, I don't need a makeup bag. I don't need a blush trio. I have some lipsticks from Glamlight and they're fine. I have the Scooby-Doo collection lipsticks, but I can pass on those. I already talked about the brushes, and as far as the palettes are concerned, the red one looks very nice. I wish they would have combined this with the colors that are in the Chucky palette and have just done one red palette, because I feel like that Chucky palette was missing some red colors, and now this one has a lot of reds and it's missing a little bit of those grungier black mixed with red, like dark berry kind of colors. So I wish they were combined, but I'm very much intrigued by this. To be honest with you, I could see myself consider this. I don't want to say I'm going to pick this up, because I could probably still dupe this anyway with my single collection. This reminds me of the collab that Melt did with Beetlejuice some years ago. You all remember that? They had a palette that looked pretty much just like this. And over the course of the years, I wish I had picked that palette up. Now thinking maybe there's a better option than to have picked that up. The green one is also pretty. It's just a little too dark. You all know I like to do light to dark on my eyes, so the green one I could probably dupe also. Also in the shimmers, I feel like there's a little bit of redundancy. These shimmers aren't going to look that different on your eyes. Really. Is that a matte black in the red one? Is that a matte black? No, in the red one, it looks like a very dark plum. In the green one, I'm looking at the swatches. It looks like it might either be a matte black or a very, very, very dark sort of bluey color. I mean, I'm passing on the green one anyway. And beauties, I have to say, the lipsticks are pretty. I just don't need lipsticks. And I probably have these colors. Yeah, I'm going to talk myself out. I'm going to move on before I end up putting my budget in trouble. I'm going to use Clionadh Redox from their Dimensional Multichromes. And I'm also going to use Sickly Sweet for mattes. I'm going to be using a whole lot of brushes that I have collected here. We have Singe Beauty, we have Gloss Gods, we have Cosmic brushes, we have Clionadh, we have a whole lot of stuff. I'm going to use this Clionadh brush. I don't have any numbers or anything on it, but I'm sure you can figure out from the look of it what kind of brush it is. And I'm going to go into this color, Frills and Thrills. And this is going to go in my crease area. We're going to do a grungy purple look today. I haven't used this color before, so I'm excited to be using colors I have not used. Talking about grungy looks, let's also talk about this release from Huda. This is going to drop on November 1st. Of course, we're moving toward cool tone neutrals, so everything nowadays is cool toned. But I feel like Huda's done this before. Except maybe they were more warm toned, and now it's just much more cool toned and taupey. Of course, you can kind of split this palette in the middle and say one side is a little more warm toned. I'm obviously not going to go pick up the palette because it's all neutrals, but the things I'm excited about, one is the lip stuff, the 4 Quadro travel sized liquid matte lipsticks in nude shades. I've never purchased anything for the lip from, oh, that's a lie. I have had other Huda stuff, but not in a couple of years. And I can't wait to use some Huda lip stuff because I was on a no-buy for 18, 19 months for lips, which is why I didn't purchase anything in the past year and a half-ish. And I would be open to considering these depending on how much they are. I don't have a price. And then the other things that are dropping are those 2 bottom things. One of them is apparently a black shade in liquid matte. I don't know if I need a black shade. The other one is a lipstick silk balm and contour, lip contour. I think it's the green one. I don't know what that is. Is that actually green or is the tube green? So I want to know what those are before saying anything, but I'm excited to see the full reveal with swatches and all that. So that is that. The other thing I want to talk about is reveals from Simply Posh Beauties. We haven't talked about Simply Posh in a little bit. So they have sneak peeked this palette called Cozy Cabin, which is their holiday edition palette. You all know how much I like and enjoy Simply Posh. The only thing is I don't know if they are duping themselves a little bit here. I wonder if between the 4 palettes that I have from Simply Posh, I might have all of these colors. But another cool tone palette, beauties. To me, this looks kind of like what Nomad released with the Scary Cities, their last release. I'll put a photo on the screen. I don't remember the name of that release. But this one is a little bit more of a colorful version. And between the two, I wonder if this one is more up my alley because of the more colors that it has and also the magneticness of the pans, right? It's definitely more up my alley in that sense. Honestly, now I'm looking at the palette even more and now I'm like, I don't think this is actually a dupe for their old palette. So I don't know. I am very intrigued. This is launching on November 6th at 3 p.m. CST. Apparently, this is a replica of what they had launched in 2021. They launched a Cozy Cabin palette back then, and they're kind of decided to bring it back with a holiday flair. This is a bad time of the year for going on a no-buy. This is beautiful. And I might pick it up. Also with this collection, they're launching a cheek palette with 8 pans. Let me also quickly mention this one because this is so cute. Notoriously Morbid, everybody, is releasing another Halloween thing. Of course, we knew this because Notoriously Morbid does this every year. They launch a whole lot of stuff around this time. That's kind of how they do things. And this is what they have sneak peeked, which is just so cute. I mean, I don't think anybody's going to go pick this up for the colors and the palettes. They're just going to pick this up for the aesthetics. Like, this is not something you actually use on your eyes. This palette's called Poltergeist palette. I'm sure that means something that I don't know. I have to go Google it. But if you know, you can write it in the comments below. This palette has 12 shades and it's $90. So it's quite pricey, but again, you're buying this for the aesthetics and for the fact that it's probably going to be sort of a collector's item. And you can also buy these shades as individual shades if that's what you prefer, if you don't want the whole thing. I am passing for now. I'm going to use a smaller Clionadh brush. Again, these don't have a number. Clionadh, if you're hearing me, maybe you can put some number on these so we know what kind of brushes we're using. And I'm going to go into Spooky. And Spooky is going to come out in my outer V area. Now that we're using Clionadh, I'm going to use another Clionadh brush. Again, no number on this. It's a flathead. I'm going to go into Spooky. And while I'm doing this, let me quickly also mention that Ace Beauté Beauties has dropped this palette. It's already available for $40-ish. The palette's called Mystic Romance, and it's pretty gorgeous. Of course, I have these colors in my collection time and time again. I probably have these colors in my Ace Beauté palettes alone. So not for me, but still gorgeous palette. And I've mentioned before, beauties, Ace Beauté has really good matte quality. A lot of times, I'm just using this under my lower lash line. A lot of times when I want to use matte colors to combine with these old shimmer palettes that I have, or with the shimmer singles like what I'm doing today, I use Ace Beauté mattes. I have actually, in fact, done that in these videos also. So highly recommend their matte formulation. But as I mentioned, I have this palette time and time again in even my palettes. I probably have a palette that's a dupe of this. Let me also quickly mention this, beauties. We talked about Colourpop, but I forgot to mention this, that they also did a whole holiday dedicated collection. This is available on their website and at Target. I don't know if Colourpop is available at every Target or only the Targets that have Ulta. So if you know, maybe you can let the rest of us know in the comments below. But on here it says that it's available at Target style. These are mostly kits, but there's a whole lot of stuff in there. Eyeshadow palettes with eyeliners and lip stuff and lip liner dedicated packages. Yeah, most of this is basic neutrals for people who want to gift items. So these might be great gift items if you're trying to buy gifts for people. But none of this, even the nudie lip stuff, because I love nude lip as much as I like colorful eyes. I like nude lips. Of course, colorful eyes a lot of times go with nude lips, so that's part of the reason for that. But as much as I love nude lips, even the nude lip items in here, I think I have them. I have a lot of nude sticks or lippy sticks from Colourpop, so I probably have these already, as well as the lip liners. I probably have these already. So I'm not going to pick anything up from this, but I know a lot of people, a lot of you all might be looking for gifts to purchase, so this might be a great option. We all know Colourpop has great price and amazing quality, and if it's available at Target, it's great. I'm now using back this brush that I used for the medium brown, purple color, and I'm just diffusing this lower lash line with that color. Beauties, as I'm doing this, let me also mention to you that Devinah Cosmetics has already announced 3 products that they're going to be launching on Black Friday. There might be other products that are going to be available as well that they haven't talked about yet, but these 3 products include a base, a eyeshadow base, and while we're talking about that, let me pick out the base booster to put on my eyes. And beauties, I don't know what I did with my NYX glitter primer. In fact, I had a brand new one in a box and it should have been here and it's not, but we're going to keep using this. That's part of the reason I'm constantly using this BH base booster, but this is a good one. I've enjoyed it. I have no issues with it, in case you're wondering. Yeah, and Devinah is launching a regular eyeshadow primer as well as a glitter glue equivalent for shimmer shadows, as well as, I'm guessing, glitters and flakies and things like that. So they are going to be available on Black Friday, and I believe Deandra Irene, the owner of Devinah, mentioned that they will be on sale for 35% off on Black Friday. Also, they're launching, drumroll, a brush collection, beauties. And
Deandra mentioned that this brush collection is going to be designed for chubby hooded eyes like mine. So if you have eyes like me, where there is a lot of flab on the back of your eyes and you like smaller heads, brush heads, it might be a good option for you. Check out their brushes. I believe the brush set is also going to be on sale for 35% off on Black Friday. I'm picking up a Redox from Clionadh. This is a beautiful, beautiful purple to a green shift. I'm going to move it to make sure you can see the shifts. And it honestly looks like it has glitters throughout. This is a little bit more creamy than the other colors in the Dimensional collection. And I'm putting this over the glitter primer. And I'm trying to put it on a large enough surface so that you can see the shifts when I move around. Okay, beauties, let me quickly talk to you all about this release that is kind of a holiday release, but these have made a big deal in part of the beauty space, so I want to talk about them. The Moon Dusts from Urban Decay. Now, this is for the minimalist eye look, obviously. I mean, this, you know, look, you look at that, you look at what I'm wearing, that's clearly not for me. But these are so big nowadays, and they've been talked about, and Urban Decay for the holidays is releasing these two palettes of quads. And I'm wondering if I should go buy one of these quads just to test them. They should already be available at Sephora. So if you have a particular opinion about these, I would love to hear that. Have you used these? Do you like them? What are your thoughts? If I have the kind of makeup that I use, is this something that's recommended? Because I don't want to buy something and then be underimpressed because I have way more shiny, shifty, sparkly kind of makeup. Particularly that these are, I think, $24 each, but I think the palettes are around $50 for 4, which obviously makes more sense. So the palettes are definitely more worth it, but it might be smaller size. Not that I care. I never hit pan. So wanted to talk about that. I would love to hear your opinion. If you've used any of these colors, I would like to know which one you recommend. The other thing I wanted to talk about was this palette from Impress Me Cosmetics. I love this color story. I think it's gorgeous. Again, a little late to the game, although this is a wintry, fall to winter color palette. So maybe it's appropriate for this time of the year, maybe not late to the game. But I kind of feel like this is, when you're calling something grunge, you should drop it before Halloween. Let me know what you think about that. But beautiful palette. I don't have a price, but this should already be available. The name of the brand is Impress Me Cosmetics. I think it's an English brand. The other thing, beauties, is that Refer is saying that they're going to have a discount in November. So they're going to be, it seems like, at least based on what they've said, that they have gotten a discount from their supplier and they're going to pass that discount to you all. If you're interested in picking anything up from them, you can go on their website and sign up for having early access. So if you've been waiting on picking up stuff from Refer, go ahead and do that. Evidently, that's going to be their Black Friday deal. So they're not going to have anything else on top of that. And apparently this is going to be the lowest price they have ever had to date. So if you've never picked anything up from them and you've been wanting to pick something up from them, now is the time. Oh, and let me also mention this as well. One of you tagged me on this. Glaminatrix has sneak peeked some exciting stuff. It seems like they're doing a palette. What is going on with Glaminatrix? They're like dropping a palette a month. Glaminatrix, if you're watching this, I still haven't received my last palette. It would be such a shame for you to reveal this before I have received, what was that Rich Romance? It would be such a shame. Just letting you know. Just letting you know. You know, give us time to experience the older palettes before you drop new stuff. Just saying. Just my 2 cents. This is going to, it's just coming this Sunday, November 5th. I don't know if that means it's going to be revealed or it's going to be available. But I can tell you that I'm very excited. In case you don't know, Glaminatrix is one of my favorite brands. They are an Australian brand, so they have to come from the other side of the planet, down under, but they have great quality. I have a lot of their singles and pretty much all their palettes that they have released in the past couple of years. So I highly recommend the brand. Okay, beauties, I put Wicked lipstick from Unearthly Cosmetics. This was from their last year's Halloween mystery box on my lips. I've actually used this in the video that I did of that of the unboxing of that box as well. And I also put, this is an Super Shock Cheek from Colourpop in Color Part of Your World. This is from the Disney collection. I don't think this is available anymore, but just saying just in case it is, because sometimes Colourpop brings these colors back. I love this. This has a very nice cool toned pink shift on it, so maybe Colourpop has a dupe of this, and you know, if you like that, you can use that. I kind of wanted to give my cheeks a little bit of a cool toned hue just because the eye look is so cool toned. I kind of wanted to go with the same feel. And now I'm gonna pick Nokomis. You knew this was gonna come because I mentioned about using this color in my video of the October custom made palette. I'm gonna go into this. The brush that I'm using is from Luxie number 217. I think I bought this at TJ Maxx or something, and this is going to go in my inner corner area to complete the look. Yeah, this is like one of those insane grunge of a look. Because I have to confess, I got inspired by watching another YouTuber whose channel's name is Cole of the Ball. I'm gonna put her channel's link in the description box below. She did a video where she was wearing the Gothic palette, and she did a very grungy look that was kind of similar to this. I don't have that palette obviously, so I was like, oh, I want to do that and see how that looks like. I mean, it's not an exact dupe of that look, but I got inspired by that look. So Cole, if you're watching this, thanks for the inspiration. And beauties, this is the completed look. You're gonna see a reel of this on my Instagram. If you want to see more close-up of the look, you can check out my Instagram. Link is in the description box below. Thank you so much for being here with me. I appreciate you. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to my channel if you're not subscribed yet. I do a lot of similar content. I love you all. Have an amazing Halloween. Happy Halloween. And until next time, bye.